So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And a look here at their signal caller, the fifth-year quarterback.
And he comes off an incredible performance in the opener, 5 touchdown passes. Now, look, you always want to start strong, but I think that's more than anyone, including himself, could have expected.
Throwing to start the drive. Stevenson over the middle. That's hauled in by Tony. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Shifts by him. And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So he wanted to pass it, but that thing turned out much better.
And the crowd really responded, didn't they? They always like it better when the quarterback who's scrambling around actually takes off and runs downfield. And that's exactly what he did.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Looking to throw. Stevenson toward the pylon. Caught. Touchdown. Brock Bowers, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Stevenson flush to his right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's out to the flat for Akers. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. First catch of this game, a big one. Of course, he had the big performance last week when he was AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, but that was so last week, wasn't it? I mean, look at what he's doing now. I think he's trying to exceed what he did in that game and continue to ascend in this season.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. How about that? Their quarterback with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Raiders are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking, nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
The Raiders offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense has got to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in this first half that's really giving him fits. Throwing to start the drive. Stevenson He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jacoby Myers, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
The Raiders offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. Throwing to start the drive. Stevenson. Buying time to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. Back to throw. Stevenson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Looking to throw. Stevenson eluding the pressure right. Oh, what a move. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Back to throw now on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. 39 yards. And the Raiders are able to widen their advantage. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He's already accounted for 4 touchdowns in this first half, 3 in the air, 1 on the ground as his guys start with a first down. Throwing to start the drive. Stevenson being chased out left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 2 yards to go, second down. Back to throw. Stevenson flushed out right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
It's really something special when we see a quarterback top 100 yards in one half of football. And if he keeps up this pace in the second half, the NFL record for single-game rushing by a QB is certainly in sight.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Operating from the gun, Stevenson rolling to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are able to widen their lead here in this first half. So this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch.
He capped off that last drive himself, had the touchdown run. Now he'll take over here again, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, Stevenson. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Looking to throw, Stevenson. Escaping the pressure right. Dances by him, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
Their entire offense has been centered on him, and he's been carrying the load with ease. 100 yards rushing in a game for a quarterback is rare. In a single half, darn near a masterpiece.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Stevenson. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Jacoby Myers. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders are able to add on to that lead. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. Throwing to start the drive. Stevenson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. Looking to throw. Stevenson flush to his right. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Stevenson. In trouble, and he's taken down. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. Throwing to start the drive. Stevenson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
He threw his 10th touchdown on the year last time they had it, and he'll look to keep it going here with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Stevenson. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Stevenson. This ball deep for Tony. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Kadarius Toney with career touchdown number 70. And the Raiders take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. So I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Throwing to start the drive. Stevenson steps away to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. David Ojabo running in to take him down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That's caught by Myers. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Looking to throw. Stevenson. Dancing to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 11. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and, of course, a special player.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw. Stevenson. Pass complete to Akers on the out route. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Cam Akers with career touchdown number 126, the same number Jim Brown had during his 9-year career. And the Raiders are pouring it on. Well, CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield. And here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's been spectacular.
And you and I both know this is a team game, one of the best team games that's out there. But right now, I've forgotten what the scoreboard even says. Just watching what he's doing.
It's been fun.
That's been mesmerizing and a whole lot of fun to watch.
He's hoping to keep it going here in the third quarter. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Operating from the gun, Stevenson. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Flushed out right. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions, but that wasn't the right.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And the yardage just continues. Throwing to start the drive. Stevenson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Staying on his feet. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Stevenson. And this one is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Down at the 24-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
The Raiders heading out to take over. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. Throwing to start the drive. Stevenson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Stevenson, flush to his right. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Raiders are on their way to a 2-0 start. Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Throwing to start the drive. Stevenson. This ball deep for Tony. That's caught inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Kadarius Toney, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him. But how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good? They've got to feel.
This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Throwing to start the drive. Stevenson eluding the pressure right. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Operating from the gun. Stevenson throwing the out route incomplete. It's Myers. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Operating from the gun. Stevenson buying time to his left. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. Stevenson. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. The Raiders on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Stevenson. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stevenson flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. It's their quarterback. 26 yards. And the Raiders have got it on cruise control. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Throwing to start the drive. Stevenson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Looking to throw. Stevenson. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. There he goes again. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Again, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. A second and 11 from the 19. Back to throw. Stevenson. Flush to his right. He'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out to this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Toward the pylon, caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with